Uh-oh, Giacomo. Seems like he's got himself into a little bit of trouble. So, what do I do with this now? Hey there, I'm Dan, the self-proclaimed Lonely Rocker. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, a little bit of controversy in our guitar community. Giacomo Turra, the fiery Italian funk master guitar player who rocketed to stardom over the last number of years, is now crashed back to earth because of a takedown video by another YouTuber, Danny Sapko, who claimed Giacomo has been kind of ripping off other YouTubers and publishing music that's not his own and not properly crediting the other artists. Now, it goes a lot deeper than that. I just want to say off the top, I'm not here to judge anyone, and I don't even want to do any further reporting. Danny Sapko did all the work, so I will put a link in the description. If you haven't seen that, it's quite interesting. And as everything we thought was kind of smoothed out, Giacomo Turra published an apology video. Then came part two, and it got even darker and dirtier. Now, the reason I'm wading into this, I'm not trying to leech off a popular topic. I have nothing to do with the controversy, but as you can see, sitting here in my lap, this is the Giacomo Turra signature guitar from Dangelico Guitars. I happened to do a review or demonstration of this guitar literally weeks before this controversy exploded. Now, this was all made possible by a very healthy relationship with Sweetwater. I did a video where I bid on this guitar. They loved the concept. They provided the guitar. I played the guitar, loved it, and decided to report on it and make a video about it. And it's a video that I'm actually very proud of. I spent a good 4 or 5 days on it. I wrote some music and created a video as I do with some good cinematography and really tried to create a comprehensive exploration of the Dangelico Giacomo Turra signature. And it should be noted, this was my first experience with Dangelico guitars, which was the main reason why I wanted to do this guitar in the first place, because I didn't really know much about Giacomo Turra before. I realized I had seen some of his shorts or posts on Instagram, but I wasn't really familiar with the artist until I started doing the video, and on it went from there. Now, I had a very brief back and forth via email with Giacomo himself. When I did the video, he really enjoyed it, said so, and claimed he was going to share it. I don't think he did. Would have helped, but in light of recent controversies, perhaps it's better that he didn't. So the reason I'm kind of wading into this, and I want to stress, I'm not a big fan of takedown videos. I'm not one for sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. Misplaced censorship there. I actually just said nose. Now, I'm probably the least controversial YouTuber out there. I've been told maybe I should get a little bit more controversial, probably get more views that way, but it's not my personality. I'm always searching for great gear. I only feature gear that I think you will find interesting or useful. A lot of the gear that I feature that we'll call the more premium gear, this is gear that I want to use, I like to use, and it's gear that will come back and be seen in other videos. I'll use them as tools. Guitars is a good example, is that I want to feature guitars that I like. I'm not just grabbing any guitar I can just to get free gear. I have a family, I have kids. I can't feed my family with free guitars. And so ultimately, guitars that I feature here on full reviews, if it's more of the budget variety, it's because I think it's something worthy of your dollars if you're, more in the market for something more budget, or it's something that I will continue to use here on the channel. And I had never played a Dangelico before, and it's something I think is important to mention with controversy out there. And this is kind of the reason why I'm making this video, is that we all take some risks in doing what we do. Being a YouTuber, I associate myself with brands that I like, that I think, will provide value ultimately for you, the viewer, but that will help to provide tools that will help me make the videos. And it's a big harmonious relationship, and I try and represent that as honestly as I can. But a lot of these relationships start just with online meetings. Someone has seen my video, or I saw a piece of gear in another video, and I reach out to people that often I never see their face. It's all by email. Sometimes we don't even talk on the phone or Zoom. And these relationships happen. Now, deeper relationships like guitar manufacturers have with artists, they find artists that they like, they think represent their brand. And, it should be said that Dangelico is a legendary brand in the guitar world. They've been around, I think, since the 30s. I mean, just the look and stylings of their guitars are just absolutely amazing. And I'll say this guitar, which is one of their import models, the craftsmanship is exceptional. I've been playing this guitar now every day since the feature video, and even leading up to that video, I continue to play it because it's a great guitar. And I'm proud to have a Dangelico here in my studio. The problem is this particular model now is a little bit tainted because of all the controversy out there. And Dangelico has actually removed this from their website. Now, I'm not privy to any of the backstory, if this model has been discontinued because of this, or maybe they're waiting it out to see the results of all of this. I really have nothing to offer here, and I'm not going to imply that I do. But I can see how we all take certain risks. You know, Dangelico actually reached out to me after they saw my video and just commented on it and really appreciated my efforts. Like I said, I was thrilled to have this brand on my channel because I had never played a Dangelico before. But what happens now is that this particular model is a little bit tainted. It's unfortunate because this is a really, really good guitar. Now, this Bedford platform existed long before Giacomo Turra existed as a popular artist. He based his signature model on an existing platform. They came up with a custom color and some pickups that he'd been working on, at least this mini humbucker here, and, you know, sort of to his specs. But the platform, I should note, was a platform that Dangelico had already developed, and they do continue to sell this Bedford model and, you know, different formulas with different pickups and things like that. Definitely different pickup configurations and colors and combinations and things like that. It's an exceptional guitar. I love this form factor, this sort of offset. I've really been into offset guitars, and like I said, it's just a great quality guitar. But I was planning to put this in rotation, as I do with all the guitars that I like, and I'm now wondering what I'm supposed to do with this. Is there sort of some negativity attached to this because of what's going on? I don't want to insert myself in the story. I'm kind of a little bit here, but again, not doing it on the controversy. More out of a question to you guys is that, how would you see me playing a guitar like this? I want to feature this guitar purely because it's a good guitar, and I said Dangelico is just such an awesome brand, and I want to keep it in rotation, but I'm not really sure what to do. But again, it just really highlights the risks that we all take. I mean, Sweetwater put some faith in me that I'm going to represent their brand when I do a sponsored video or featured product from their inventory. Dangelico takes risks when they associate themselves with different artists. YouTubers are out there. We're trying to do our thing, and we all have different standards of ethics, I guess you can say, and morals. I may slide a little too closer to the nice end of the scale, a little less controversial, but I love gear. And so I'm kind of sitting here with this thing here and going, well, what do I do now? My instinct tells me I should lay low a little bit. Hopefully I can get another Dangelico on the channel soon. That's something I'm hoping to happen because I really enjoy this one, and I'd like to dive deeper into their brand more because they just have some amazing guitars to offer, and I really don't want to see their brand tainted because of this experience. And I really don't think it will or should. They have nothing to do with the controversy. And I think they did the right thing, perhaps, to step back. And they're not the only brand that did. Some other brands that were associated with him have also pulled their content or pulled their product. So listen, I feel bad when anyone falls. Hopefully he'll sort his situation out. If he did some things wrong, then perhaps it's a point of reflection. We're human beings. We all make mistakes. But at the same time, I've worked in the entertainment industry on the production side for many years, and I saw a lot of situations where someone tried to claw their way to success on the backs of other people, and people got hurt. And I worked closely with one. He was a director that I used to work with in the music video production world. I'm not mentioning any names, but he really was out to succeed at the cost or expense of anyone around him. I saw that in real time, and quietly it disgusted me. And the fact that I was loosely associated with that eventually removed myself from the situation. It eventually played out, and I was hurt a little bit by it too, because some of the relationships that I had built because of that unfortunately looked like it was going to blossom into something fruitful, and then it just went away, and I had really nothing to do with it. People do get hurt. So I'm going to continue practicing integrity here on the channel. I'm not here to steal from anyone. I'm going to represent the best represent products the best way that I can, and try to associate myself with the good people out there, because there's a lot of them out there. So I throw this to you. What would you do in my situation? Would you continue to play this guitar on, well, I can play it behind the scenes. I really want to feature this guitar, release this brand, because Dangelico, awesome brand. And I'd love to continue showcasing this on my channel. If I do an amp review, I need guitars, right? So I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Do you have any thoughts about all of this? Again, would love to hear from you. That's what the comment section is for. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And while you're down there, well, if you want to see the video that I did on this, I promise you there's no controversy in there, just some good riffs and some great tones, then you can check that out. I'm going to pop it right here. And remember, you don't need a band to rock and roll. I'll catch you in the next one.